another second for everyone to grab their seats, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, hello. Okay, so well, happy Tuesday, happy March 31st. We're almost done with the first 3 months of the year in the business world. We call that Q1. So anytime you see that, that's just our lingo for the first quarter of 4. So please, just as a reminder, please silence your cell phones or anything you have that might make some noise on you so we can all hear the question and updates. Yeah, there's lots of things that make noise these days. So I know we have a couple resident announcements, so we'll get started with those. Oh, we have a whole aisle, I love it. All right, Miss Johanna. And then Willie, and then also, yes, Ellen. Yes, and Mary, yep.
If you don't know about the Francis Wilson Playhouse, it's been here 97 years. And it's community theater. They do the best musicals. I don't know where they get all that talent in this area, but they're wonderful. We're signing up now to get tickets. There's a packet of 5 tickets, and they're all musicals. And there's Fiddler on the Roof, and then there's Bells Are Ringing. But anyway, it's on the trip table, and I want you to sign up because they want us to reserve the same seats we've had. It's really easy. It's on a Sunday afternoon. The bus from here picks you up, drops you at the door, and Paul is our driver, and he is so gracious. He makes sure that we get in and out and back here in time for dinner. So don't forget to sign up. It'll be $147 for 5 tickets. That'll go on your monthly bill, and every time you ride the bus, that'll go on the monthly bill. So it's very easy.
Very easy, that's right. All right, and you had also? Absolutely.
You notice there's no hat today. Thank you very much to people that have donated magazines for the health center. The South team has done really, really well. The North building is off to a slow start. So we'll see what happens in the next week or so. And once they have enough, I will let you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mary Ellen?
This is just a heads up. If you receive an email that is an Evite, delete it. Someone here from Regency Oaks had their, I guess, email hacked, but it was sent out to, I asked him, I said, did you send me this? And he said no, and he didn't know. It looks like it's from him. It looks like it's his email and everything, so I told him, change your password. But I just want to give you a heads up. Nobody should be using our emails for any kind of invites or evites or anything. Thank you.
Mary?
Thank you. I'm chairman of the Health and Safety Committee for the residents, and I have just a little information for you today. We do have one case of confirmed conjunctivitis or pink eye, and at this point we don't exactly know the cause, but there are 3 ways you can get it: bacterial, viral, or allergic. And we're definitely in the allergic season right now. But the viral and the bacterial can be passed on from one another. And once again, it's mostly by hand contact, direct contact to your eyes. So the important thing is hand washing again. Another little quickies that I always do is I use my knuckles on the elevator to push the elevator, because I have a tendency to scratch my eyes or my face or something. And also when you come out of the restroom, make sure that you have a towel in your hand so that you can open the door for those who may not have washed their hands quite so well. Anyway, keep your distance from other people. If you get symptomatic, which is red, rubby eyes, itchy, they get red around at the outside and inside, and maybe have some drainage, please let Carol or Kelly know in the health office. And let's see. I think that's about it. Any questions? Hopefully we can pass this on, and it's just like we did when we were COVID. best defense is good hand technique, and don't be playing with other people's eyes.
See, we can manage that, Nurse Mary, we can manage. Any other resident announcements or updates? Okay, so we'll go into some from leadership. So tomorrow is April 1st, so our diet officially starts tomorrow. Happy April Fool's Day. None of us are fooling ourselves. We're not going on diets. Ricky has lots of fun events to feed us planned, so maybe next month. So just our exciting weekly reminder, please make sure to return those items to your service areas, those luggage carts, wheelchairs, and other carts. I do appreciate those being returned. Just please be respectful to your neighbors and make sure we get those back. A couple of them had ended up all in one building last week, so we are revisiting our tracking tags for them. So thank you for returning those. We want to make sure they're there for your use. So another cry from Betsy, our storage locker shortage. You know, these are good problems to have as we become 97.4% occupied. So with that, we are continuing to manage our lockers and the availability. As we have new move-ins, we want to be able to offer that. So if you are not using yours or can part with yours, we beg you to do so. We really need some more, and we do appreciate you considering or at least taking a look if that is something. So Betsy continues to work on these. She's been doing audits. She's been going through them all. So please, if you have any, let her know. Also, as a reminder, all lockers must also have the tags. So please let Betsy know if you need a tag for the north and south so we can continue keeping a good inventory of these. So we are discussing an incentive because, you know, we all want something, right? So we might be giving some incentives if you can part with one. So these are things we can offer. Yeah, right? We don't want nothing for free. So we'll look into that, but we are looking for storages. So if you have one you can part with, we appreciate it in advance. So just a little bit from Environmental Services with Amy and our team. Clearwater Carpets will be here cleaning the second floor of both buildings. The south second floor is April 1st at 7 p.m. And then the north second floor is April 2nd at 7 p.m. Remember, that is our external company that helps us kind of keep our carpets looking nice since we are such a large campus. So we are going to be power washing the breezeway on April 2nd, starting around 8 a.m. So Clean Safe pressure washing will be focusing on the walkway to the north building and the areas in front of the pub. So please do your best to avoid those areas around that time. Should be fairly quick, but we're going to get in there and out. We did also buy a power washer that we will be having internally. That way we can keep these nice and clean on a weekly basis. And we did go ahead and order a new mat for that pub kitchen door, much larger, for the breezeway. So that will be in a few weeks, and we'll get that area as well. So it is pollen season, lots of gunk is on them, so we're gonna get them power washed, and then we'll be having a preventative maintenance process in place. So just another reminder, the work has started on that north main elevator behind the front desk. It will be undergoing the updates and will be for several weeks, so you can use the other elevators on the RS or M wing. Remember, this elevator had the most extensive work, so it was about 6 weeks that needed to be. So we've already been through about 3, so we do have a couple more weeks as they are doing extensive work on that particular one. Just a little update from plant operations. They had about 163 completed work orders, about 42 are still open. CSS Fire has replaced our SIM cards on all of our fire panels. We have replaced 2 new ACs in resident rooms. We are continuing the tree trimming, starting with the P wing. We are working in the back of the north of the repaving. They started there again this morning, so hopefully we do it right this time. And we'll be done with that in the next day or so. As we mentioned, we are continuing to work on that main elevator. Blue Team is still here on site, working through the vinyl replacement in the north building. So they did complete the south, and now they are working through the north building for all those that is applicable to. We did replace the relay in our compactor behind the building. And then just that reminder that Maintain with Maintenance has moved to Tuesdays after Tuesday Talk, and that is in South Grand Lobby for all the maintenance questions or concerns. And then just a reminder, we are continuing to work on our 2026 CapEx projects, which is our cooling towers, south kitchen flooring, and the fourth portion of the paving, not to be confused with what we're doing today, which is a repaving. So that fourth portion is the largest and last that we were required to do by the lender. So just another reminder, we actually had our regional health and wellness director out yesterday training and working with Delta. She is our new RN IHS medication management nurse. So please make sure you make her feel nice and welcome. She will be with our IHS program, helping with all of your medication needs. So speaking of IHS, just another reminder to come hang out with them and the team. They are going to be decorating ceramic eggs. So come and join them. Paint your own spring eggs, April 3rd from 2 to 3 in Grand Lobby South. So that'll be a lot of fun. I know Shantae is looking forward to it. Spend time with our team and do some fun crafting. So just as always, please remember to wear your name badge. We have a lot of new residents that would love to know your names, and we also want to make sure we can greet them properly. So we will just strongly encourage you to wear those just for everyone's sake and benefit. So another reminder, please remember that check-in is every day, 5 a.m. to 9:59 by pressing that blue button in your primary bathroom. Just as a reminder, when you don't check in, we do want to make sure that you are safe, so we come up and find you. So please remember just to check in 5 a.m. to 9:59 by pressing that main button, that blue button. So update from Kelly to reminder, this is something that we had rolled out within LCS, and this is a way that we are going to help manage and kind of care plan with you along the way. So your health and wellness questionnaire, that is to Kelly or Carol by this Friday if you have not done so. This is something that we are getting. It is just information that helps us kind of continue to offer you resources and assistance as everyone continues to age in place. So it is really important, and we do strongly encourage you to get this to her. And then just as a reminder, she will be in Des Moines, Kelly, for a conference next week. So reach out to her this week if you have anything you need. Otherwise, she will be back, and Carol will be here in the meantime. But we are starting all of our conferences, so many of our team members, including myself, will be going to mostly Des Moines for lots of conferences. I know, fun stuff. Super excited to go to Des Moines. So just as an update, I know Miss Mary mentioned some pink eye, but we do not currently have any COVID that we are aware of as of now in any of our neighborhoods, so we'll continue to monitor and update you if and when that does occur. Lots of allergies and sinus as of right now. So like I said, none of us are going on a diet anytime soon. Food and Beverage has a whole list of events they have planned. Just that reminder for Easter, the holiday hours are 11:45 to 1:15. No dinner, and then takeout 11 to 11:30. He mentioned the chef's table will be on Wednesday the 8th and also the 22nd. He's got our food and wine on the 23rd, pasta night on the 16th, our Passover dinner on the 7th, and another wine and beer club will be on the 14th, and then beer club the 21st. We are going to start Bella Road now that it is lovely and beautiful outside, aside from the pollen. So please join us on the 1st and 3rd, and then we'll be having more dates to follow, but really the goal is he wants to do it every Wednesday and Friday. So please make reservations. They're going to be doing the pizzas in the pizza oven. And usually we're maxed out about 40 residents, so just make those reservations. It will be first come, first serve. The last few events, we've only had maybe about 30. I imagine the pollen's keeping everyone away. So hopefully we can get a nice little rain and maybe get that cleared out, because we want you to come out and join the fun. But we do plan to have Bella Row probably twice a week for the next few weeks, so more to come on that. And we did so as we mentioned, we had been sending out what was called Memo Mate. It was a chat bot that you can call the phone number and you can give your feedback on the food and beverage and your meals. So we are continuing to look into that feedback and to address it. So one of the things that came from that was about the items being spicy. So they are implementing a little icon that will denote if something is per se spicy. Now we know everyone has a different spice level. Some people it could be habanero or ghost pepper, some people it could be black pepper. But in general, if there is an item that is generally spicy, we will have a little icon to denote that on your week at a glance. So we are continuing to just kind of implement things that really help your food and beverage experience. And then as always, we just want to remind you, don't miss out on the Afternoon Delight and the Brick and Buy. So I know that's a lot of fun, and I know a lot of residents have enjoyed that. We appreciate Candy and some of the other residents helping get all of that orchestrated. So just update for activities this week. So the 31st, we have our movie matinee featuring Song Sung Blue at 2 p.m. in Town Hall. Wednesday, April 1st, we have Power Move for Parkinson class with Barbara at 2 p.m. in Town Hall. Wednesday, April 1st is the RO Dance Night, 7:30 Grand Lobby South. And then Thursday, April 2nd, Arts and Crafts with Samantha, that's at 11 in the Arts and Crafts room, and a sign up is required. And then Friday, April 3rd, we will have Louis Bravo, our entertainer, at 7 p.m. in Town Hall. So as we mentioned, we have quite a few things going on, and we apologize. We know it's probably a lot that we're kind of throwing at you, but it's all fun and exciting stuff. So I know Ginger passed these out. I know she's going to have these at the trip tables. So you can either scan this QR code, or we will set up a link on the online calendar for you to watch this recorded version. And of course, if you do need help, Ginger can help you at extension 530, but this is the Moving Forward with Parkinson's, Real Stories and Real Strength. So, no, it's kind of small, but it says join us for a meaningful conversation as part of our Pump It Up for Parkinson's initiative, hosted by LCS in partnership with the National Institute for Fitness and Sports, also known as NIFS. This live webinar will feature residents living with Parkinson's and the partners who support them as they share their experiences, challenges, and sources of strength. So lots of great information on there about that, so we do highly encourage you to participate and watch that either with us or at your leisure by either scanning that code or looking at the online calendar for the recorded version. So as we mentioned, to help us join the fight for Parkinson's, we do want you to sign up for a 15-minute slot on the new step, the treadmill, the stationary bike, or walk a mile. We are so blessed to have 40 acres and all of these grounds. We can get out there and walk. Sign-ups are in the fitness center, and the challenge begins at 8:30 and ends at 5 p.m. on Thursday, April 9th. So help us reach our goal of 50 million steps. Again, that is Thursday, April 9th, of course, this year. And we just want to make sure that we can possibly win some more fitness equipment if we do that. So highly encourage your participation in that. It's, of course, for a very important and near and dear to our heart cause. And it's something we were just super, super, super proud of. This has been a huge metric within our company for quite some time. It is retention. We hire employees and we retain employees. And some communities have been as high as 119% turnover, and 75%. We are ranked the third year to date in our portfolio for the lowest turnover of 26.6%. So very proud of that. You all are a huge part of that. Everything you do, all of your appreciation. Obviously, they love the employee gift fund at the end of every year. Just all of the things that we offer our community has helped contribute to this. So something we're super proud of. Something that, I have, every 2 weeks we do orientation. And the executive director has specific items that she goes over as far as high level, community, company, ownership, etc. And a lot of times it's so important because the residents are extremely important to us, but for me in my role, my employees are top as well because they help me to meet all of your needs, right? I'm one person, you're 600, and they help me to make sure that everything you need and that your quality of life is as it should be. So just really appreciate them. It's always important to me that they know that. It's always important to our directors that their team knows that. And it looks like it's showing. So just really happy and proud of that. So thank you all for the support. So speaking of that, we do have a good orientation this week of new hires. We have them every other Thursday. When I go in there, but they start every other week on Tuesdays. So we will have Marianne Brown as a home health associate. Susanna is a home health associate, so those will both be for our IHS program. Katrina is an RN, so she'll be joining us, and then Slavika will be a dining manager. Amber Martin, a housekeeper, and then Deborah Johnson, a move-in coordinator, and Janae, a CNA. So quite a good orientation group that we have there, and looking forward to getting a lot of these key positions filled. So super excited about that. Like I said, we do these every 2 weeks with new hires. So as I mentioned, we have quite a few things that we are rolling out from the LCS perspective. This one is us leaving reviews on a place for moms. So Regency Oaks would like you to provide your information to help other prospects and their families choose Regency Oaks. A lot of seniors know they can go to a place for mom and look at what resources, and so we want help leaving reviews on there. I recognize they made these itty bitty tiny little cards that not even I can read, so we did get out flyers that are larger, but just scan that QR code if you're interested in leaving us a review, and we do have those flyers out there that are more legible, so you can actually read them. So we do apologize, I know they were kind of small, and we'll make sure that you can get that information. But that is reviews on Regency Oaks for a place for mom, because that's a lot of resources that families and seniors go to. Then just as far as sales, so our next event is next Thursday, April 9th at 11 a.m. It is called The Scoop, the Life Care versus Rental. We are on track of about 14 budgeted sales to end at 18 budgeted sales for quarter one, or Q1 as we say. So that's why your storages are so important. So, and then just a reminder to pick your neighbors to our resident referral program. We are paying the $3,000 for you to do that. So as far as Blue Team, they are continuing that vinyl project. They are now on the S-Wing in the north building of the 3rd and 4th floor. So they are continuing through that. They have a list that they are following. So if you have questions, you can see Betsy. She is helping us manage that, but they have a specific list that they are addressing until they are done with all floors in both buildings. So as I mentioned before, in case you missed it, we did have an organizational restructure. My boss, Sherry Robinson, has now been promoted to a senior VP, and she now has 4 operators that are going to be answering to her, and this is all of the communities that will be within her portfolio. So with that being said, as we mentioned, Ty Morgan is now my new corporate operations director for Regency, and they will actually be out next week and at next week's Tuesday Talk. So just a little about Ty. Welcome from him. He is our new corporate operations director. He is actually the executive director at Cypress Village, which is in Jacksonville. So he's been the executive director there for about 12 years. And this is his bio. So just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of information about Ty. He serves as a community operations director for Cypress Village in Jacksonville with about more than 25 years experience in senior living. He began his career as a nursing home administrator in Savannah, Georgia, and over the next decade he advanced into regional and executive leadership roles, developing a strong foundation in senior living operations and leadership. He later transitioned into the CCRC sector, where he became inspired by the entry fee model and its ability to support aging in place. This experience further shaped his passion for creating environments that provide long-term value, stability, and peace of mind for residents. In 2008, Ty joined Cypress Village as the Director of Sales and Marketing, where he successfully aligned operations and sales to enhance the resident experience and drive community growth and occupancy. After serving in a regional sales leadership role, he returned to Cypress Village in 2013 as the executive director. Since that time, Ty has led Cypress through significant growth and transformation, further strengthening its reputation as one of Northeast Florida's premier continuing care retirement communities. In 2026, Ty was promoted to Community Operations Director with LCS, expanding his leadership to include oversight of both Cypress and Regency Oaks. Ty is an active leader in the senior living industry, having served 4 years on the board of directors for Leading Age Southeast. In 2025, he was recognized as Healthcare Leader of the Year by the University of North Florida. And Ty is married to his wife, Michelle, of 23 years, proud father of twins, Maxwell and Sophie, who are currently in high school. And outside of work, he enjoys spending time with his family, playing golf, surfing, and relaxing at the beach. And he won't tell you, but one of his sons is like a super big pro golfer. He's a big deal. So I look forward to working with him. He has been my mentor since I was brought on about almost 7 years ago now. And he'll be out next week. Looking forward to meeting you all and spending more time at the community and with our team. So on that, just a couple of updates from me. As I mentioned, we do continue working on the design for the north and the south dining rooms, as well as the sales office renovation. The cupola was just finished. They did have roofing damage, which meant they had damage inside the office as well. So that area will also be renovated under the claim. So those are some of the areas that we are still working on. We know the elevator is still in progress in the North Main. We are still awaiting that blue team determination about the power washing. I have not forgotten, so just keeping that on the agenda. We are finishing the repaving near the R wing today. We are still waiting on the landscaping to be evaluated to begin that. I've been out there walking with Darwin and addressing various areas, so we have not forgotten that either. And as I mentioned, we'll have that community visit next week with Ty and our VP, Sherry. They'll be here on the 7th to attend Tuesday Talk and meet with Margaret and just kind of visit the building. So we do have, so I've been asking Blue Team to get those ugly white pads down there, but we will be starting the 3rd floor flat roof in a few weeks. So that is the last major project they have here. And that is the 3rd floor flat roof over here in the north outside of the sports lounge. So they will be beginning that in the next couple of weeks. So that is why those are still there. I ask them every day, and they do have to bring their equipment on there. So more to come on that, but that is the next major project, and then hopefully we are done. So, and as I mentioned, we just appreciate all of your cooperation and collaboration. I know we've been throwing a lot at you with the memo made, and the Place for Mom, and the Pump It Up, and all the things. So really appreciate you working with us and participating in those. They're really important. They give you an opportunity to give us your feedback. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we can support those initiatives like Parkinson's. So just thanks for working with us, and please do participate, because they're really important items. So other than that, that's all I have for you today. Till next time. Yes, Dr. Randy.
Okay.
Okay.
On the first floor of the P-Wing, there is a big gap in the junction between the carpet, where the carpet ends and the wooden floor begins. Number one, it's ugly, and number two, it's dangerous because people can trip and fall. And we've reported that to the front desk several times. They tried to patch it up, but it didn't allow the job. There's still a patch, a gap, and it's.
And it's the first floor P-wing?
P, where I live. P like in Paul.
Yes. Okay, I will take a look at that, and I do recommend that we attend maintenance, and we can go over that as well, absolutely. But I will make sure to follow up on that. Yes, ma'am?
I wanted to thank you for putting drapes, not drapes, but a pull-down curtain thing behind the Regency room, because when we used to walk there, it does let light in, so it doesn't make it dark, but it also hides the roof that was there, and it's not as pretty to look at, and so now it's very nice. And then the other thing is, I'm glad that you haven't forgotten about the roof area outside the bar in North. I'm questioning whether white is the good color for it, because white just seems like it would be dirty all the time. Just a thought.
Yeah, that's something that construction and engineering came up with. I wouldn't know the technical reasons behind it, but it is supposed to be a white TPO. That's the last I heard.
But it would be great to have it cleaned up.
I'll let him know your feedback. Thank you, Susan.
I have a question about the newly renovated elevators. There's a button on the panel at the bottom. I assume it's meant to call for assistance. And I wonder where that call goes and who responds to the call.
So it actually now has a camera, and there is a call, kind of like a call service that it responds to. And that was a update of codes that we were required to initiate. So they will all have cameras.
So who responds to the call?
So it dispatches to that call center and lets the front desk know.
Okay, I'm a little apprehensive to get in there because sometimes they don't operate all the time.
Sure, I know there's been a couple issues, and I know that they're working through those. Yes, ma'am.
I was delighted to hear you're going to have a power washer. Could it be used for the pool deck? It's been dirty for a long time.
Of course, absolutely. Any other questions? Okay, well, happy Tuesday. Please join us this week in all the events we're doing outdoors before it gets too hot to do so.